Hello, you lovely infinite beings. Today, we're changing lives. And so I'm going to say this right away. No, you don't have to figure out the exact way to do something. You don't have to sort out or solve all of your problems, personal or professional. You don't need to take that course or read that book that promises to completely transform your life. You don't need to fight and go against the odds in order to make it happen. If you could simply learn to detach from your practical realism, to ignore your obsession with your external reality somehow, then you won't need all of this. Because that's not the way to change everything. That's not the way to really change your life. That's just more of means to an end type of scenario, and you could change everything without doing any of those things. But you just have to learn to let go of the ego's grip, because the only reason people need to do such things in order to make it happen, in order to change everything, is because that's the only way they can feel fulfilled. That's how they raise their confidence. That's how they raise their worth, their self-worth, which is intrinsic to yourself. But it's because we've been conditioned to put so much value in physicality, in physical hard work. We've learned to give that more energy than anything else. That's what we give our most energy to. You know, the more we sweat, the more we put in the hard work, the more effort we invest, the more we struggle, the more we feel fulfilled, the more we feel worthy, more and more worthy, the more we feel confident. And so we reach to a state after all of that hard work in which we truly feel as if we've done everything that's within our hands and that we've done our part, and now it's gonna happen one way or another. That's what actually makes it happen. We reach to a place in which we feel fulfilled and we so much trust and believe in what we're doing, and that's how it ends up happening. That's the only reason why many people need to do such things in order to make it happen. But there is actually a more accurate way, which is also an easier way to make it happen, to change everything, to change your life to whatever trajectory, to give your life whatever trajectory you wish it to take, to have. But you need to let go of the ego's grip on your life, over your self-worth, over your value, over your intrinsic qualities, which is your birthright. And that's by focusing on how you feel rather than what you do. If you simply do this thing, it can completely transform your life without having to do all of those things, without having to figure out each and everything, because the ego is not designed to do all of those things. And by focusing on your feelings, by focusing on yourself, on your internal self, is that you focus on raising your self-worth without your external work, without whatever you're doing. Focusing on your confidence, see yourself rise higher above all of those things, because in order to have anything, in order to achieve anything, you have to go beyond that thing. You cannot put something on a pedestal yet have it. As long as that thing, as long as your dream is on a pedestal, as long as you're putting it way up there, then it's bound to fail. It cannot happen as long as it's that thing which is so far-fetched, which is you feel so hard to achieve. It cannot work out. You have to rise higher. You have to see yourself, your energy form, your soul rising higher above that thing, your worthiness overwhelming that which you're trying to achieve. And as long as you're very bound, and as long as you're very dependent on your physicality, on your physical work, you complicate things more than necessary, and you put another step after another step, because when you're so reliant on physical work, hard work, to achieve something, to make it happen, you use it as a reference, you use it as a reference point. And when you don't see immediate results, you start doubting yourself, and you start thinking, well, maybe I need to do that thing, maybe I need to take another step, maybe it's not this, maybe it's that different system, maybe I need to do what that person is saying to do, maybe. And as long as it's a reference, it's gonna be, well, maybe that I did not do it right, maybe that's why it did not work. When you don't see the results you expect out of an action, and then it's gonna be, well, can I do that thing? And then you're fluctuating your trust and your belief, your self-belief and your trust in whatever you're doing is so fluctuating that at some point you're gonna feel as if you can't do it, and then you're gonna be delaying the process, and you're prolonging the process, and you're complicating things more than necessary because it's a reference point. Well, if that happens, if I do that thing, this could happen. If I don't do that thing, am I gonna be able to do that thing? Well, that's so much effort, that's so much hard work. Is it gonna happen? Am I gonna be able to make it happen? But when you're focusing on your feelings, when you focus on yourself, that's all outside the equation, because you don't need it. You know how you feel. You know when your self-worth is equal to something or not. You will see how you feel. You will know how you feel. You will know when your self-worth includes those things, that aspect, that money you're trying to achieve, or that relationship, or that career, or that success, or that exposure, or whatever. You will know and you will feel it. You know, when you're imagining, when you fantasize, for example, about, you know, how it would feel if your life took this or that turn, or how it would feel if you found financial abundance, if you've made all of that money, how amazing it's gonna be if you find that partner, or if you get that thing you want, or if you have that dream, or if you know how you're fantasizing about all of those things. That's not what you should be fantasizing about. That's not what you should be seeing yourself doing. You should be focusing on yourself rising higher above those things. You should focus on your energy. See your energy elevating higher. See yourself as this very high frequency, worthy energy. And then see yourself. You see yourself because, you know, you feel so valuable and so worthy without anything external, without all of the hard work you're putting, without all of the achievements you made or did not make, without any success or meaningless concepts. And you see yourself so worthy. And so you start taking those things from the pedestal, taking them down, and you start feeling yourself as higher than those things, higher frequency, because you feel as if you don't need those things. And I'm not saying that it's that you don't have to get out of your comfort zone or this or that, because you will have to get out of your comfort zone in order to make it happen. You get out of your comfort zone by addressing the real issue, by seeing what's affecting your self-worth, by sitting in silence and removing all of those obstacles, tearing down those obstacles, those limitations you put on yourself, that life put on you, that life has conditioned us to believe in. And you tear them down, and as you tear them down, it's not going to be easy, especially at first. You know, it's not going to be easy for you to feel worthy and to align with something that that you're not yet in harmony with, to rise above something which you've for years been putting on a pedestal and putting way above you, considering it so far-fetched and so higher frequency than you are, while in reality you are the highest frequency of all. If you choose to tap in and tune into that frequency, your self-worth is not affected by this or that. Your value is not reliant on how much work you put in. Your confidence shouldn't be as well. And when you learn to do that all by yourself, without relying on anything you do externally, without relying on the feedback you get from life, from your external reality, whether you make it happen, whether you get that success, whether you get that thing, whether you get that achievement, when you learn to do those things, feel good about yourself, feel fulfilled, feel as if you made it happen. See yourself as that high vibrating frequency energy that could create anything into existence without effortlessly. You can make anything happen. See yourself as that person. See yourself as that energy that creates things into existence, because that's what you are, that's who we are. And so you start fantasizing about this. It's not gonna be as dopaminergic, you know, it's not gonna feel that good, you know, compared to, you know, imagining yourself and fantasizing about being a millionaire, or having that very beautiful relationship, or having that very successful career, or having this much exposure. It's not gonna feel, you know, as dopaminergic. It's not gonna give you as much dopamine. But on the long term, it's gonna be way better. It's gonna feel way better. And in reality, that's what you actually need. And so you have to focus on that. Focus on your emotions. Focus on your internal world, not your external one. Because that's how things work out. When you start elevating higher above those things, you start finding them so easy to achieve. And they come running to you. You attract them. That's how you attract things. That's how you attract and not seek. Yes, they tell you whatever you're seeking is seeking you back, but you are seeking it and then pushing it further away and then running behind it. You're always in this seeking process. You're always putting it on a pedestal, and so there's always going to be more work to do to get there. You will know when you raise yourself, when you focus on yourself, you will know that you're there. When you feel good about it, when you feel as if that thing does not matter anymore, you feel good, you feel confident, you feel you're worthy, and you're deserving, and you're lovable without all of those external things. And then they happen. They react to you because you've already tuned into that frequency, to that energy. You've become that energy. And that's when they happen. That's when they seek you back. That's how you attract. That's the secret. That's basically the law of attraction. You have to apply the law of detachment, and the law of assumption comes after the law of detachment, because you start assuming that life is going to turn out great for you. You start assuming that life is working out for you. You start assuming that you can make anything, you could create anything into existence. And that's when they happen, because you elevated your confidence, you elevated your self-worth. But as long as you're tying that to a reference point, it's gonna complicate things more than necessary. It's gonna prolong the process when you don't want it to happen. Because when you're able to do something, you're gonna feel good. When you're not able, you're gonna feel bad, and your self-worth is gonna depreciate, your confidence is depreciating, all that. And it's a reference point. It's not real. It depends on something. But when you're detached from whatever that is, you don't need any of it. You focus on yourself, and you will know when you're there. You will know when you made it happen. You will know over and over. And that's how you change everything. That's how you change your life. Always remember that you can create anything into existence, that you are worthy regardless of your external reality. Your confidence is not gained. Confidence is not gained. Confidence is your birthright, is intrinsic to you. You are the highest frequency of all. And so stop putting things on a pedestal. Put yourself on a pedestal. Know your worth, so to speak, to put it simply. Know your true worth. Know your true value. Connect with what's beyond, and you won't need any of those things. You're gonna feel yourself rising higher, way higher above all of those things, and then your life is gonna come running to you rather than you running behind life. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AfsConsciousFrequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.